stop. I can't do this with you. You're like...
You're just gonna keep laughing.
I know, you're making me... It's hot in here.
I know.
I'm a little toasty.
Okay.
What do you remember about the first time we met?
Oh man. So you like got off the train and I had pulled up and you like were like, hey, and I was like, wow. And you did what you do every single time you get into uncomfortable situations and you do like little dance moves or something weird and your body language was like really nervous.
Oh yeah, I get nervous.
You were so nervous.
It's awkward.
And you were saying really weird stuff at the beginning. Who has more power in this relationship?
90% of the time, you do. And that's something I've always admired you for, and I tell you that a lot. It's like you go into things knowing what you want and how you want it done, but most of the time, it's you.
But do you like want it that way? Because I like feel like it's like, I don't know.
Not in a controlling sense, if that's what
I
you
feel
think.
like it's like, it gets pretty equal. But
Oh, there are times where it gets absolutely equal,
Yeah.
like that we're sharing this like sense of power, I guess. But most of the time, I would say you, because I mean, I would do anything for you.
Okay.
And you know that. That's the thing. You know it.
Okay.
What are you hesitant to tell me?
Oh my God. I'm definitely nervous about like you eventually moving to Los Angeles and being with me. The last few trips we've had have been like hard because we have to condense so much of what we want to do in like such a short amount of time. And I think I'm nervous to see like when we have like full time, how we're going to be getting along with each other and like how it's going to be. Obviously I want you to be there, but I'm like nervous about it.
What do you think's gonna happen? Like, what is making you nervous about it, besides the fact of us living together?
I just like don't want you to solely be coming to LA for me, just, you know, in case, obviously I want this to work, but there's no guarantees with anything. And I would feel really guilty if like it didn't work out and like you know, New York has been your dream for a while and you've been here for quite some time. So I would feel pressure about it, you know, because like I'm nervous that
Don't feel pressure.
like,
it's like
across
you're
the
not. You
country.
act like you're like forcing me, like I'm in chains. No, I want to.
Yeah.
I want to, and I know, especially now, like our communication has gotten better than it was like at the beginning because, lo and behold, I'm really good at holding things in. But this is something that I want, and like I'm very open and honest about that. I think that we can do it. I'm very confident in us, you know.
Okay. Yeah. When was the last time you felt most alone in our relationship, and how do you feel about it now?
There was that talk about like, well, what if, and like, what if this happens, or what if you do this, or whatever, and it stemmed from the experience you had with it, but I felt alone because it was...
What was it? Like what?
Like,
experience with what?
like with the people you've dated in the past that were also bisexual.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Although I was completely comfortable with who I was and coming to terms with that, and like my family knew and my friends knew, and like I finally came out to it to like everybody. What held me back for so long was the stigma, like that exact stigma, and I was so afraid to share that with people because I was afraid that I was just going to be involved with the stigma, which was something that scared the hell out of me.
And how do you feel about it now?
Now, I feel like it's almost like we joke around about it a lot. Like at the beginning, I was like, anytime we joke about it, like even if it was a joke, I would say that's not funny. Like let's not talk about it. That makes me feel like crap because this is something I was hiding for so long. But now it's like I could joke about it with you, and I feel like you know me enough to like know that I would never do something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. What is a sacrifice that you've made that I haven't acknowledged?
I think that I have, you know, my obvious fear, my reservation of that you've never really like been in a relationship with a woman before, like serious like this, and that scares the shit out of me.
Rightfully so. Yeah.
So, I feel like I brought that up once and I've never really, maybe I'm wrong. Have I brought that up a few times?
Yeah, but I feel like
it's like, don't know. I feel like maybe it's just something that I've let go because I know how much it bothers you when I bring it up. I know it makes you feel insecure too.
You have every reason and right to feel this way. You are entitled to your own emotions, and like, I'm one for overthinking, so like, I can't even blame you for it. But I'm not somebody from the past, and I don't want to be somebody from the past.
Yeah.
I want to be here present with you. There's a reason I chose you, and there's a reason you chose me, and I love you, and I just don't think of, just because you're the first serious woman I've dated, like in an actual committed relationship, doesn't change anything. Like,
Yeah.
not really in your head anymore.
Okay.
So I can confidently say that I'm all yours, and I've always been this entire time.
Okay. Don't act like you don't have other questions to
I'm
ask.
like
You always
really
have
trying to
questions.
think.
You always have so
think.
much to ask, so much to say. And I know that there's probably stuff that you've been too scared to ask me. Because I know you have insecurities and stuff, so like, just ask it.
Whoa, let's let it all unfold.
Yeah, just ask it.
I think the only thing I've always felt like when we were together, like I was never your type. And I felt that personally.
My type?
Your type, if that makes sense. I always feel like
I'm
I'm
so
like
confused as to like what you think my type is.
I'm like, there's no way. You know, it's probably just my insecurities. I'm like, there's no way somebody this cool is like into somebody that like does this all the time. You know what I mean? But what was so different between, like, what made this happen? Like, what were you drawn to at the point? Like, don't even like. I'm not talking about like. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. Never mind.
I feel like I know what you're trying to say, and I think, like, as you know, like, my history in relationships has been very painful, and I've been cheated on a lot and hurt a lot. Ultimately, I got into relationships with people that I knew probably weren't going to work out in the first place because that's all I knew from my childhood. And I got to a point with my last relationship after taking, how long? 3 years to, like, travel and work on myself, and when I saw you, you had everything that I wanted, and I felt like I was always dating little girls, and you're like a woman. It's the truth. And you handle me like a woman, and you don't interact with me like a little girl. And that, to me, is why I find you my type.
Cool.
Is that not what you wanted to hear?
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to say kind of, because that sounds like I'm like indifferent about it. But
well,
yeah.
I know that you also feel like physically you feel like I've dated like a certain type, and I think that that is maybe an insecurity, and I don't, and it breaks my heart because I find you so beautiful. I mean, you're so beautiful, and that was like, I mean, how we met was like sheer, like based on sheer photos. Like I was like, damn, you're hot. So I stalked you for a while until you finally gave in, right? I mean, how many times did I have to be like, hello, you're hot, I want to like hang out with you, before you were like, fine. And you finally gave me the time of day, but it took me time. Why do you love me?
I love you because you challenge me.
Mm-hmm.
You help me think outside of my little tiny box. And I learn a lot from you, you know? And it's not just about what you do for me. I love you because of the way you are, and it's always been that way. Mm-hmm. Like, ever since the moment I've talked to you, I've just like, I felt, you know, that connection, and that's so cliche to say, but like, I know you know what I'm talking about. And just, you're somebody that I just,
even when I annoy you?
Even when you annoy me, your presence is very much needed. Like when you're not around me, I'm like, where'd she go? I need her. So it's just your presence and the way you carry yourself and your aura and everything about you is just perfect in my eyes.
You sure about that?
I'm very sure about that.
Okay.
We did it. Give me a high five. Yes. No. Cool. It's all me. Love you.
Okay,
Cool. Cheers to that. You could tell I'm nervous right now. Because
yeah, I
there's
know.
nothing
I
being
like
said.
watching this.
I don't know. Everybody's like, it's cool.
I just like watching this unfold.
I'm just gonna not say anything.
That's when it gets worse.
I know. God, that's when it all just goes down the rabbit hole.
You do the weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.